What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another trade recap. Today is Wednesday, man, and if you guys didn't know, man, on Monday's video we caught a dub, and then on Tuesday I wasn't home, so I was in Portland. I was hanging out with some family, stayed there for the night, and in the Monday's video, man, I was talking about, I was like, hey, I may trade, I may not, I may bring my computer, may not, may bring my setup, whatever it is. May make a video, may have a late video, but you know what, man, I didn't even realize that Mr. JP himself was going to be yapping straight off at market open. And so when I realized that, man, I was just like, bro, we're sitting it out, man. We had a nice dub on Monday. No need for me to trade on Tuesday. And it is a good thing I did. It is a good thing I did sit that out because PA was just straight ass, bro. I'm not going to lie to you guys. PA sucked. What was it? Yesterday. So, you know what? We sat that out. And we did good on that, you know what I mean? Don't want to trade if JP's giving any sort of speech right at market open, man. That's the time that I like to trade at. Right now it's 6:40, man. I'm looking for my setup, you know what I mean? Waiting for that clear setup on market open, because that's the time of day I like to trade. And if we have unpredictability at market open, we don't want to take that, and a lot of other people didn't want to trade that either. That's why PA was so ass. So, we sat that out. Coming back on, what's today? Wednesday. And then, yeah, tomorrow I'm like 90% sure is a half day for the stock market. So we'll be cautious if we trade tomorrow about low volume and stuff like that. Something to keep in mind, of course, being a half day on the stock market. I could be wrong about that, by the way. I gotta double check, but yeah, that is something that we want to keep in mind. As of right now, though, higher time frames looking a little bit chopped, but looking like it may want to break to the upside. So this is actually, I'm like really, I really want to see what this candle does right now, but I'm really starting to consider taking some longs just because I like this bounce off this demand zone here. And I just want to see some strength in this 5-minute candle right now. And if we can get some strength, then I'll probably take that long setup. I'm not going to lie. So, what being said, though, I'm going to go ahead and actually lock in on the markets, man, because I may be about to take a trade. So, yeah, I'll catch you on a little bit. I'll show you guys what trade I took, and we'll see if we end up dubbing or not. Alright, so guys, we just entered our trade today, man. We are up 6 days. We were just up like $100. We're up 75 right now so far on this trade. The candle we entered in was actually a fucking amazing candle, bro. I mean, this thing, we took longs. There we go. We're back up like 82, 80, 97. It's kind of fluctuating, but we took longs, man. And this motherfucking candle that we entered on just straight up rockets, bro. Just straight up ripping, man. What a clean entry, man. And like I said, actually not like I said. I don't even know what I'm talking about, bro. But either way, man, this trade I think is a really good setup. I don't have any complaints if we win or lose this trade. I think it was a very, very solid entry that we took. I think everything in the strategy aligned. We got a very clean reaction off an area demand. And higher time frames, were a bit questionable. Like I said, they were a little bit choppy here and there, but I did expect us to actually try and run for a breakout on the 4 hours. So that is so far what is happening. And yeah, we're just going to have to see. I mean, this is a very, very good candle entering on, man. This is a great 5-minute candle that is just straight up fucking printing, man. But, we're going to have to obviously wait and see how this trade plays out. Targeting around a 1.7 to 1, just targeting the next area of supply. There's one thing that is concerned is that we entered off this area of demand. There was a very tight area of supply right above it that we are tapped into, kind of rejecting off of right now, so that is one thing that we're going to have to keep in mind, is this area of supply, which I expect us to break, but it could cause some problems, and, if it does, it is what it is, man, like I said, when you get a really clean reaction off of area demand, and there's just this super tight area of supply right there, it's like, you can't just target like a fucking 0.25 to 1 or like a 0.5 to 1, we're not doing negative risk rewards, so we're going to just have to assume that price wants to move up above this area, which I'm hoping that we can get a clean push to the upside, clean breakout of this area. I'm assuming we should be able to. I don't see why not. And yeah, all that being said, though, I'm in a trade. I'm hoping we can dub it. I haven't taken a trade that I haven't taken a setup that I'm not happy with in like a very long time. And obviously, even with the fact that I've been just straight winning, we've taken like two losses maybe in the past on this 11-day green streak, that we've been able to come back from with ease every day. But even those losses haven't been bad trades. They've all been really good setups. And like I said, man, every day when I take a trade, I've been asking myself, I'm like, okay, if this trade loses, would I have been happy with this trade? And so I can go in today, I can be like, okay, well, higher time frames were a bit questionable, a bit chopped, but I do assume, since we are obviously trending upwards, I do assume that we will be reaching for a breakout. So they kind of align with my bias of bullishness. I can scale into the lower time frames. I can see, okay, we have this demand zone. We had this really clean reaction, very bullish 5-minute candle followed by another candle that tried to push us back below this zone, but ended up actually getting bought back up, and then followed by a super bullish candle that just completely takes us out of above high of day, and just super bullish overall. So I can say, okay, I like the setup. Even if I do end up catching a loss on this trade, I'm not going to complain. I think it was a clean setup. So, yeah, and I've been doing that every single day with every single trade I take, and every day I've come to the same conclusion, which is like, hey, if I take a loss on this trade, it's honestly not something that I'm going to complain about. I think it's actually a really clean trade, a really clean setup. Alright, you guys, this summer we are literally going to be fucking rinsing these prop firms, bro. We're going to be rinsing these prop firms, bro. We just caught another win, bro. 12th green day in a row, bro. It's been 12 days since I've had a fucking green day, aka ever since I started trading my first fucking Top Step combine, bro. I don't know how this is possible. I mean, I really don't, bro. Price action in June was just insanely clean. And so far, July's been really good too. Just do all that freaking beautiful PA paired with the little tweaks that I made to my strategy, man. I had to start entering my trades a little earlier. I had to start targeting level to level trades rather than just targeting 2-to-1 on every single trade. That wasn't working out too well for me. I mean, man, this is just unreal, man. This is like, bro, I could never have saw this coming. I'm not gonna lie, bro. With how horrible we traded the Apex accounts, bro, I could never have seen this coming, bro. But like at the same time, that's the power of adaptation and learning from your mistakes, man. It took me a little bit longer than I would have expected or would have wanted it to, but we eventually got to the point where we were just able to finally just say, hey, man, enough is enough, man. We can't keep pulling the same bullshit day after day after day. We're getting nowhere. Let's start making some changes. Let's figure out where we're going wrong, where we're going right. And, man, dude, ever since then, bro, no looking back, man. As soon as we switch to Top Step, man, we start off with a green day, and they just keep coming in, man. 12 green days in a row, man. And, yeah, there's actually a lot that I want to talk about, to be honest, before I get into the recap, maybe while I'm doing the recap. But one of the big things, bro, that I need to kind of express is that, like, I have been taking the least amount of trades like that I have ever taken. You know me, man. I'm usually in the markets, bro. I'm usually in the markets fucking Monday to Friday. Sometimes I take Fridays off if I have had a really, really good week, but for the most part, man, I'm in the markets Monday to Friday. But we'll look over the stats and get the numbers of how many trades I've taken this week and last week and stuff like that in a second. But man, this week, bro, 2 trades and I'm locking the week, bro. I'm not gonna trade tomorrow. Tomorrow is a half day for the markets. I am not expecting price action to be horrible. I think it could be fine either way, but we are also like at all-time highs. So that could be a concern, you know what I mean? At least on the ETFs. I'm not sure if futures broke all-time highs yet or not, but on the ETFs, we are at all-time highs. And, you know what I mean? That paired with a fucking half day on the stock market, man, could lead to some trouble that we don't want to be involved in. Low volume, stuff like that. So we're going to sit that out. And if anything, it'll build good habits, Like, I don't mind locking the week in here. We got like a $750 week, I think, green week. Yesterday we caught a dub. Today we caught a dub. And, yeah. The second combine that we have been trading with our Express account, I need one more winning trade to pass that. So that one should be passed extremely soon. We need 2 more $200 green days before we can pull a payout out of this Express account. When I get to the point where I can pull a payout, man, most likely all that I'm going to pull out is the money that will be used to cover the initial $50 for each of my combines that I bought. So that'll be $150 right there because I bought 3 combines. The activation fee, which was $150 for this Express account. So far we're at $300. And then I'm probably might just cut it there, bro, honestly. And then use my other combines, or once I pass my other combines, I'll just pull money out of, I'll just hopefully get a payout from there and use that to cover the activation fee for those other 2 combines. Because we are not blowing these accounts, bro. These accounts are we're not pulling no fucking pull a payout and then blow the account bullshit like that, bro. We are gonna recoup our losses on the combine accounts the little fee, the $50 fee that you buy for the combine. We're going to recoup the activation fee that we used for activating this Express account, and then we are going to build a fat ass buffer on the accounts so that we don't have to worry about blowing these accounts. Because you guys know, once you pull that first payout, man, you don't get that trailing drawdown anymore. It just resets. Once your balance goes to zero, it's done. You know. We're gonna pass the second combine. We're gonna start the third combine and probably pass that one too. And then we're gonna copy trade all 3 of these fundeds, bro. And we are just gonna be banking, bro. We're gonna be rinsing all the prop firms, bro. We're gonna get these 3 accounts. You know, once we get a couple payouts, we're gonna start recycling that money and get more combines, get the max amount of max amount of funded accounts we can get on Top Step, and then copy trade all that. And then if that is not enough, man, then we will go on to fucking My Funded Futures, or maybe we may even go back to Apex, bro. We'll get some more accounts, bro. But you know, man, all that being said, though, this summer is gonna be insane, bro. PA has just been amazing, and everything that I've been working towards is starting to appear, bro. It's starting to work out. So all that being said, though, I'm gonna go ahead and catch y'all on the next clip where we go over this fucking banger trade that I caught. I mean, this was just a clean ass trade, man. An easy trade, very solid setup. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into that. Alright, you guys, so without wasting any time, man, this is the trade that I took today, alright? You guys can see right here. Let's just go ahead and full screen this. Alright, this is the trade. We caught a nice 1.66 to 1R. Level to level trade. Why did I take this trade, man? First of all, let's talk about the higher time frames, bro. Now, the higher time frames today were not as clear. I mean, we had some bullish candles, we had some bearish candles. But what do we see on the 4 hour? We see all this cluster of wicks down here. We know there are a shit ton of buyers over here, man. In this area, right? They're not letting price get below this shit, bro. We see all these fucking wicks, these fat ass wicks on the 4 hour time frame. There's a bit of chop, but we are slowly chopping up, right? So what do I expect with this 4 hour candle? This 4 hour candle market go down to this level. I see. Well, what I expect is that we're going to start wicking up, followed by the next 4 hour candle, which is going to just target this next level or the body high of this 4 hour candle. So we scale into the low time frame is the 5 minute, right? What do we see? Pretty bearish candle at the open. That doesn't really mean much. That's just a random open candle. The next candle is a beautiful bullish reaction off this area of demand, right? So we see bearish candle followed by immediate reaction of buyers. We already know there are buyers kind of in this space by all those wicks on the 4 hour. We see this beautiful reaction. Next candle comes up, tries to push us back down below this level. We create this little wick. Nothing much, you know. It is nice to see that buyers are holding, but the very next candle just immediately pushes past this freaking. Where's my little rectangle? It pushes past these bodies right here. It pushes past these body highs right here, which is where we have been struggling to break. Right, we can see big bearish candle. Next candle tries to break, kind of doesn't really break, and then we get another rejection off that body high. But it's followed by a bit of a wick. Nothing crazy, nothing that would make me take longs off rip. But it is nice to see that this level is being respected. But then the next candle just breaks through those body highs. I go and take that long. You know, we have a nice push. We have this small area supply here that honestly probably shouldn't even have it marked out. We do have a little bit of rejection, small wick, and then this candle tries to push back down once again. But of course, our level holds strong, and then the 7 a.m. opens, the new 4 hour opens, and we just start to fucking rip. And we have this slow climb all the way up to this area here, and then bam. Launch straight to TP with this candle. What a fucking trade, man. Beautiful setup. Ended the day up $355.56 on the Express account, making our balance $1,087.80. And then on our combine, 50K combine, we ended the day up $534.70 with the balance of $52,615. So we only need one more green trade, just a little bit over a 1-to-1 in order to pass this one. This combine. Let's go ahead and look at the combine first, since I've got to pull it up, the performance stats. Coach T, the only constant in trading is change. Once you think you found the answer, the market will change the question. Stay open to change and embrace it as a skill. I don't know who the fuck Coach T thinks he's talking to, man, but we are on a 12-day green streak. We do not need his bullshit advice. I'm just kidding. Wow. Dude, yesterday fucked our average win duration, bro. Yesterday we were going to trade for 4 hours. That changed our average win duration to 75 minutes and 23 seconds. That's insane on this combine.
But look, man, starting off July, amazing. Finishing off June, just insane, bro. How is this even possible, dog? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green days, 6 green trades on this. And yeah, we didn't take any trades on the on May. We didn't start. I don't think we started any of the accounts until June, right? That was when we started our first combine, which we passed, I think, around here on this Monday, right? The 1st of June? Maybe it was the end of May. I can't remember, but I mean, we've just been fucking going crazy, bro. We took 2 trades here, 1 win, 1 loss, and a day green. 1 win, 1 win, 1 win, 1 loss, 1 win, and then 1 win. And, I mean, dude, this is just unreal, bro. It really is, man. This is an unreal experience, man. I don't even know what to say, man. It's just, everything's working out, bro. It really is. Let's go and look at the performance on the express accounts. Alright, Coach T giving us another fucking lame-ass tip. Trading can be a lonely profession when you're in front of a screen all day. Check out our Discord. Bro, Coach T out here trying to fucking get us to join his Discord, bro. Nobody's trying to find a trading buddy to bounce strategies off of, bro. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Get this man Coach T out of here, dog. We got an 80% win rate on the freaking funded, bro. 80% win rate on the funded, dog. That is amazing, bro. Freaking banger, dog. Total P&L $1,087. I mean, dude, this is great. And you can see, best day percent of total profit is 36.82%, man. You guys can see here, we are keeping our winners very equal, keeping our losers the exact same. Have we had any losers, actually? No, we did have 1 loss on this day. I remember we took 1 win, 1 loss, and a day up 118.82 or 118.62. That's why we didn't have that $200 green day over there. But yeah, we're ending the week off here plus $756.12. Very solid way to start July. You know what I mean? Like I said, we're not gonna risk trading Thursday. Friday markets are closed. Let's just go ahead and give ourselves a 1, 2, 3, 4 day weekend, bro. 4th of July. Gonna be heading back out to Camden Beach on the 4th of July, man. Gonna have a lot of fun. And fucking celebrate, bro. Independence Day type shit. But yeah, man, this is insane, bro. I mean, I still don't understand how I've gotten to the point where these stats are just so amazing. Like, look, average win duration 97 minutes and 38 seconds, bro. That freaking 4-hour trade from not yesterday but Monday has taken, like, has completely fucked our average, bro. Coach T trying to talk about your average holding time is 79 minutes and 50 seconds. Your patience seems good. Like, yeah, bro, my patience is good, but we're not trying to be holding every trade for fucking hour and a half, bro. Like, hour and 19 minutes, dog. The average trade time, if we didn't have that freaking 4 hour bullshit trade, it'd probably be like 30 minutes, bro. Which I think is a solid trade time, bro. You know, we're just trying to get in and out. We're not trying to risk any fuck shit happening, dog. You feel me? And yeah, man. I mean, this is just insane, bro. I know I keep saying that, but it really is, dog. I mean, just the simplicity, bro, of the strategy, bro, is just insane. One thing that I've noticed, man, what I wanted to talk about, I had the charts in front of me, is that when I first started, like, trading the supply and demand strategy, bro, I was using the 5-minute and the 30-minute, bro. Like, the 30-minute time frame, because I was always so zoomed in on the lower time frames, right? So I would be, like, the 30-minute time frame, that was a high time frame for me, bro. I was like, yeah, bro, 30 minutes, bro, that's solid. And what would happen, we'd mark our 30-minute areas, bro, and, like, bro, 50% price respects level, 50% it doesn't, and then you still have to worry about winning the trade. So what do? We eventually kind of realized, we were like, okay, this is bullshit. You know, we gotta look for the higher time frames for our levels, bro. We switched to 1 hour and 4 hour, taking the majority of our levels at the 1 hour, and a lot of the levels are being respected now. You know what I mean? But what I've been doing in the past, like, few weeks is I've been not strictly using the 4 hour for levels, but almost every level I mark out is on the 4 hour time frame, right? We'll have the 1 hour time frame here and there if, like, we have, like, an insane amount of space between from a level to another level on the 4 hour, and we're not confident that the markets will actually make that run to that next level. So we'll look into the 1 hour time frame, see if there's anything else. But for the most part, the trades that we are taking off these levels are off of 4 hour area of supply, area of demand. The 4 hour levels hold, like, a significant more. There's a significant significantly better probability that the higher time frame you go, the more probable that the level is gonna hold. Is what I'm trying to say. 30-minute fucking levels, bro, are not doing fuck all. You know what I mean? It's like 50% they work, 50% they don't. Even like 5-minute supply demand levels, bro. And I know that there are people who are profitable using 5-minute supply levels, so demand levels. People are profitable using 1-minute supply demand levels. But for me, bro, we're looking at 4-hour are the best levels that I can find, bro. I have so much faith in these 4-hour levels that I will be able to catch a trade off them, that they will either hold or break and retest. So they'll either hold in terms of giving us that reversal, or hold in terms of we'll have a solid retest that holds, and then we continue. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, and like just pairing that with the time of day, bro, like, pairing a 4-hour level with like entering a trade at like 6:45, I've noticed that you can catch a good amount of volume. They're the levels, like I said, they're higher time frames, they're usually being respected. And then we can just zoom in onto the lower time frames, the 5-minute, stuff like that. Look for our entry, look for some lower time frame reactions, and then just take a beautiful fucking trade, bro. Level to level trade with that. So, yeah, man, that's all I really got for this, honestly. I don't know what else to say, man. This has been just a really, really good... Like, the fact that I'm able to just take my mistakes, bro. We were making crazy mistakes, bro. So many mistakes. But it took us so long trying different things, man. But what ended up working, bro, was just fucking taking the switching prop firms, just say, okay, these funded accounts, we're getting nowhere. We blew them. It is what it is. The Apex accounts. We blew the funded, bro. We had 2 funds we were copy trading for like months and months. We were up, then we were down. Trailing drawdown almost caused us to freaking, blow the accounts, but we miraculously brought them back into profit by like $300, and then just from there, man, we just crashed out on another crazy losing streak, and then we lost the accounts, man. But from there on out, man, switch to something new. Get like that. It's like we don't have that negative connotation, from those Apex accounts that we're just constantly trying to pull out a drawdown. We don't have that attachment, that negative attachment, on these new top-tier accounts, bro. It represents something new, tricks our mind into just like, okay, this is something new. We don't have to trade like that anymore. We kind of find where our strategy wasn't working. We would get like 3-4 ticks away from TP and just reverse and get fucked. Too many times, man. We had so many winners that just turned into losers just like that, bro. Just snap of the fingers, bro. So why was that? Because we're targeting a risk to reward, and we weren't trading off of price action, bro. It would be cool if every time we take a trade, bro, price wanted to just give us that nice 2-to-1, man. That clean 2-to-1. But that's just not the case. It's not the case all the time. So what do? We play off price action. We do level to level trades. The very next level, where I think there's a potential area of reversal, we're getting out. We don't have to sit here and try and catch the biggest trade ever, every single time. We can just catch these small base wins, these small little base hits, but like in wins. We'll catch these small wins, and then that'll significantly boost our win rate. So our wins are already higher than our losers, right? But not by like a crazy amount. Say we catch, like, for example, today, risk 217.50 to make 355. Solid, at 1.66. That's not bad. But it's like if we're with like a 50% win rate, we're making money, not that much. But the fact that we have just boosted our win rate by an insane amount, bro. Like 80% on the Express account, like 70 something on the Combine, bro. When I was trading Apex, bro, I was getting fucking 40% win rate on the month, 50% win rate on the month, bro. I was just like, damn, bro, that extra like 20, 30, 40%, bro, of the win rate has significantly fucking just boosted everything, bro. It's like we can afford to take these small wins because our win rate is so fucking amazing right now, you know what I mean? So we don't have to target big trades, We're not having that like fucking I feel like I usually have like a 52% win rate or like a 45% win rate or some bullshit like that on a profitable month, We don't need to be targeting bigger trades, bro, because our win rate is so good right now. Will that change in the future? It's possible. And will we have to adapt? Of course. But right now, what we're doing is working. We should be able to get a payout really soon. We should be able to pass the second combine really soon. Start trading that third combine. And yeah, man,
I'm not sure there's much else for me to say. This was just another great day, 12-day win streak. Eventually this will end, but I think that what I've been doing, man, just taking the least amount of trades. I forgot while I was on the screen recording. I forgot to actually go over how many. What's it called? Like I forgot to go over how many trades I've taken actually. Like week for week, but like I'm pretty sure, but like this week we took 2 trades. Last week I think it was like 3. Taking the least amount of trades that we possibly can, bro, and just capitalizing off all of them. And this is what everyone says that you need to do. This is what trading is meant to be, bro. Just we don't need to be on the charts every single fucking day, bro. If there's gonna be a half day in the market or if fucking Jerome Powell's like about to start yapping at the market open, bro, it's like, bro, I don't need to trade that. I do not need to trade that. I'd rather not trade that, bro. I don't need to be risking that bullshit. You know what I mean? Yes, it's very possible that tomorrow price action will just be beautiful. We'll just have a crazy clean push to the upside at the open, just like we did today. That is very possible. You know, just because the stock market closes, it's a half day, doesn't mean that we're not going to get some good PA. But it does significantly reduce the probabilities that we will get some good PA, especially since it's the day before 4th of July. You know, Tuesday, Jerome Powell speaking, man. PA was fucked, bro. It's fucking trash, bro. I'm like 90% sure. I was watching the charts on my phone. I didn't even bring my computer, guys, to Portland, bro. Yeah, man. Fuck, bro. Yesterday, PA was just trash, bro. Even Monday's PA was ass, bro. We still caught a dub, bro. Somehow, man. That 4-hour trade, bro, was insane. We still caught a dub, and we were like, okay, you know, let's not trade. Let's not have a repeat of that. You know, it's possible we could win, but it's like, bro, the probabilities are not in our favor. Even on Monday, bro, we were 3 ticks away from our stop loss, bro. And it was just like, yeah, you know, the probabilities are not there for us to trade on Tuesday. We don't want to be sitting through Jerome's speech. Probably not going to get too much in terms of price action anyways. So, and we didn't. And we're going to make that good decision, again, to just set out tomorrow, lock the week in here. You know, only 2 trades, bro. There will be plenty of weeks where we can have a trade every week, you know, but this is not one of them, you know. It's a holiday, it's Jerome Powell, it's whatever it is. And also tomorrow's a pretty heavy news day, you know. We've got 5:30 news and 7 a.m. news, I'm pretty sure. So, sitting out, man. We don't need to be trying to trade that shit. So, you know what, guys? I'm gonna cut it here, man. Hopefully you guys have, if you guys have been watching my videos, man, you're struggling, but hopefully you've learned from the shit that I've done, bro. Because I've made a hell of mistakes, bro. I've had very big lows, very big highs, basically. And right now we are at the point where we're having a very big high, and I'm just hoping that I'll be able to ride this enough in order to just, like, actually cement some of these new decisions in my trading, not revert back to the bad shit, and start to just rinse these profits, bro. Because this summer is about to go crazy, bro. I swear, bro. We're gonna be going insane with this trading shit, man. But yeah, all that being said, though, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys trade well today, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.